So hello, welcome. Today this is a video talking about how to successfully manage quite a curved canal during root canal, and it can be quite a tough challenge to manage a curved canal because there's an increased risk of blocking, ledging, and just not being able to shape successfully. So really the first thing you're going to want to do is use a size 10K file just to kind of scout the coronal to mid-third. You're going to use a little bit of irrigation. Make sure that the access cavity itself is nicely filled up to the brim, and you're going to do some more further scouting with a size 10K file. There's no really hard and fast rule how far you get, but if you do get stuck at some point, the best thing to do, especially in the early stages, is just to measure how far you are stuck. And then you're going to use these rotary glide path files a millimeter away from where your hand file got to. And what this does is it kind of just opens up the canal, and then your hand file has got less to grip onto further up the file itself, and it's more likely to get to length. So in this case, you can see that it was stuck. We shaped the coronal third with the rotary file, and now it's starting to get all the way to the length. It's at this point, if I could, obviously I can't see this clinically, but at this point I am suspecting that I'm at the apex, and I'm going to hook my apex locator up to this tooth and just measure how far we've got. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this rotary glide path file out. These glide path files are absolutely amazing. So you could use a size 10 and a size 15 and possibly a size 22 to shape this canal. But these are just absolutely fantastic. They just shape the tooth really, really quickly, and they are really, really difficult to get a ledge with on canals. Always recapitulate. Okay, so this is essentially just using a hand file to keep that canal open or patent. Okay, so keep the glide path nice and open, even if you're using a glide path rotary file. The next file I'm going to use is a 2004 rotary file. This is from Tooth Saver, and I'm just feeling like at the moment I am only really reaching the mid-third with this tooth. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to push this rotary file down. Again, I'm always thinking about ledging and blocking, especially with a really, really deep curved canal. So if you feel like you're not getting as far as you'd like, you're going to get your size 10 K file down there just to recapitulate, to make sure that the canal is still patent and open. And you're just going to sort of shape the whole length of the tooth with this K file. Nice little watch winding movements, no twisting and turning the tooth the file in, and definitely no push and pulls, because that is a recipe for causing iatrogenic damage. So after I have used the hand file to recapitulate, I'm now going to use this rotary glide path again and really, really shape it out, shaping it all the way to the apex. And again, it's the kind of the same sort of concept of when we couldn't get the hand file down there right at the start. You're trying to shape the canal enough so the rotary file doesn't get gripped further up, and that's essentially what's stopping the file from reaching all the way to the apex. We're going to use, again, lots of irrigation, and again, it's very, very repetitive, but lots of recapitulation, so making sure that that glide path is open. And again, using the 2004, and this is now starting to reach the apex. And this is because we have been super careful. We've made sure that we've cleaned further up the canal. It was getting a little bit stuck. It was close to the apex, but not quite. We could have pushed it, but it might have caused a problem. So out, recapitulation, and back in with that 2004, and now it's getting all the way to the apex here. You want to just make sure you don't spend too much time at the apex, because this can have poor outcomes, because you might destroy the apex, or again you might cause a ledge. finally, a bit of recapitulation and irrigation. Watch winding, watch winding, watch winding. There's a bit of debris in the apex you can see there. You want to make sure that that's all nicely cleaned out. And now we're going to use our master apical file. This is 2504. These files are have a narrower taper than, say, your Wave 1 Gold. And this is significant in the case that if you're using very, very large tapered files, so files that are thicker in cross-section, getting around those deep canals, deep curved canals, can be really, really problematic. So if you've got a very, very deep curved canal, you've got to think to yourself, we need to use the lower taper or smaller taper files. So I'm happy with the shaping. The shaping's complete, and now I'm going to use some paper points just to dry the access cavity and the canal. Usually what I use is these Wave 1 Gold, you sort of tear them open, and they're nice and clean, aren't they? But in this case, because we're using narrow tapered files, we need to use narrower tapered paper points. So that's important, and it doesn't matter how many paper points it takes to get it nice and dry. It needs to be super, super dry. And now we're going to do a cone fit radiograph just to see if the GP is to length and the tooth's been shaped correctly. And again, we're using these matched cones 2504, and as you can see here, this is to length and it's nice and perfect. So once you're happy with the cone fit radiograph, you're going to remove the GP and then you're going to fill it. I'm using one fill. This is a Bioceramic sealer. I'm using a visco tip, and these are kind of like metal tips with a kind of sleeve on the end, which makes you help you place the sealer at a really, really nice point. And then you're going to very, 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 very gently introduce the GP point. You're not going to ram it in there. You're going to just gently bring it to length, because if you are getting any snagging at all, the GP can kind of sort of concertina at the end. Remove the excess with a heated plugger. You don't want to use the heated plugger too far down the canal, because it denatures or stops the Bioceramic from working, and then you're going to condense the GP point with these Mach 2 pluggers. And then clean the access cavity. I am going to seal off the GP point with something called SDR, but first of all I'm going to use a bond, and this is Scotch bond, so you don't need to etch with this bond. You just place it in the canal and agitate it, make sure it's dry, and then you set it. And Scotch bond is fantastic, because if you ever tried to put etch down in the access cavity and then you've tried to clean it out, it's almost impossible. So Scotch bond is perfect for root canal access cavities. We've used a flowable bulk fill composite called STR, which is absolutely fantastic, and if you're money bags, you can fill the whole access cavity with that, or if you're more cost conscious like myself, and my principle is, you're going to use a just a normal composite in the capsule. And overall, super nice result. Listen, if you really like these videos, I really like making them. Please like and comment, and more importantly, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more. If you have any criticism today, if you say, oh, I don't agree with that, I think it's really important that you comment in the section below, and we'll have a conversation about it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.